I begin to think, Wilson, said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction, that there is more to this case than that which we have observed. Indeed, that there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover. His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea, leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening. To the young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her back. Lit in the soft glow of gas lamps, a most extraordinary scene had been set. And under the cover of a light fog, the curtain had risen silently on the insoluble mystery of our invisible killer.
Ooh, sounds like some intrigue. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Last time we concluded the trial of Magnus McGilded, and, well, conclusion is definitely a way to put it. Because I'm pretty sure he was the one who got burned alive in the omnibus. So, now what? But now we begin episode 4 in Lord Strongheart's office. Did you sleep last night, Mr. Naruhodo? No, not at all. It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? The rooms were so luxurious, I felt like we were staying in a palace. And with all the gaslights twinkling, it was brighter than the day, even in the middle of the night. What about the enormous beds? After my time on the SS Beria, I wasn't going to waste a single inch of that space. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other. Oh, same, dude. Although I toss and turn a lot. I don't end up using the whole mattress. Oh, yes. It really was the sort of night you could only dream of normally. Except when I learned that we owed £3 for the rooms, that dream quickly turned into a nightmare. You didn't use the 1 guinea that McGilda gave you? Probably not. Marinosuke was probably like, no, I don't want your money. Oops! Sorry about that. The building was so impressive, and the entrance so inviting, I just wandered in without thinking. In a lodging house in Japan, that sum of money would put a roof over your head for a whole year. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help my tears when we were presented with the bill. Ugh. I really am sorry. Well, never mind. We must find some more affordable lodging straight away, though. If we're not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days or less. Ugh. London is a scary place. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is Strongheart, and I haven't played the game in a while, so actually we haven't even spoken to him in a while, so I'm gonna try. Oh, good morning to you at this early hour. Hi. Oh, yes, well. Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. We have come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday. Suzaru-san is amazing. She doesn't bat an eyelid, even in the presence of the imposing Lord Strongheart. Yes, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into British courtroom practices. Oh, yes, that was very eye-opening, thank you. And, in accordance with your instructions, Lord Strongheart, Mr. Naruhodo performed his duty to the end. Yes, I've already been apprised of events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed. Oh, no longer are you a student from the Empire of Japan. You may henceforth claim to be a fully fledged lawyer. My country is delighted to welcome your talent from such a remote eastern land. I'm still trying for the British accent. I cannot pull it off. Thank you very much. So, I'm a lawyer now? Now, in view of your new appointment, I have a fresh case in mind for you. I'd like you to take it on at once. I trust that won't be a problem. Another case? Already? Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience. I'm sure I don't sense dissatisfaction, do I? It's just that yesterday's trial ended unusually. I haven't quite come to terms with it. What's to come to terms with? That man was cleared. What more were you hoping for? Well, that's the thing. The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. I can't remember his voice either. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment. Oh god, I gotta try my Irish accent again. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, hello, advance seats. It's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. So bad. Yeah, I'm still sus about this guy, but whatever. He's dead, so it doesn't matter. I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGilda was really innocent. Mr. Naruhodo, it's just that I never managed to ascertain the truth. And then the trial ended. Well, you needn't let it trouble you for a second longer. Sorry? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart? Magnus McGilded passed away, immediately following the trial. No! What? Mr. McGilded is dead? I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk. Yeah, so tell us about that. So I was right. That was him in the omnibus. Burnt to a crisp. I don't understand. What happened? How can he be dead? After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the Old Bailey. As you'll presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom. Yep, that was a big part of the trial. Yes, of course, that was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGilda had been accused of. Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames. No! How could such a thing have happened? That is being investigated as we speak, but already. Excuse me. The police have identified a corpse found inside the charred shell of the carriage as that of McGilded. That's awful! The man must have slipped inside whilst the bailiff's attention was elsewhere. That bailiff really needs to pay more attention. How could that have happened? That is also being investigated as we speak. Thinking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGilda did mention going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus. Yeah, he did. Well, I must be making selects now. Tis time for the inspection. Sorry? What inspection? They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. An inspection of the omnibus? Not to my knowledge. I don't believe Scotland Yard had any intention of re-examining the carriage. But then who was Mr. McGilda talking about? Never mind that now. The Yard is making a thorough investigation. This matter is no longer any concern of yours. Leave it to the police. Poor Mr. McGilded. Anyways, about the British courts. So, how did you find your first taste of our country's Supreme Court? Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, it was... Wow. Wow. Mr. Naruhodo means that the whole experience was steeped in some... I don't even know how you say that. Solemnity? Okay. Of Great Britain's long history. It's really a world apart from our own judicial system in Japan, which is only a few short decades old. Wow, Suzawa-san has such a way with words. And you seem to have a way of failing to find the right ones. The judicial system here is the most advanced in the world. Learn all you can. The most advanced in the world, is it? It was fortunate that your very first trial was a simple affair. Simple? That was simple? Yeah, that was anything but. As I believe I mentioned yesterday morning, it was a trial you couldn't lose. I don't mean to be contrary to Lord Strongheart, but the case was anything but simple. The circumstances of the case were so incriminating, I was stunned when I first heard them. In fact, I'm still finding it hard to believe that we managed to get a favorable verdict. Is something funny? No, my apologies. However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve. And that can only be attributed to its... Let me try that again. And that can only be attributed to exceptional talent. Wouldn't you agree? Well, I don't know about that. Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much, at least, is an undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I prepared the new case for you that I mentioned before. It's quite odd. What was he going to say before? Now, as for that new case, could you perhaps give us some more details about the new case you mentioned? Oh, tell me. It's a murder and the trial starts in 10 minutes. Wouldn't it be? Don't worry, it's nothing so alarming or quite so urgent as your last assignment. In fact, this case is completely different. Oh, I see. Did he just read my mind? That is to say, no one has died. As yet. Yet. And the trial will not be today. There is plenty of time to research the case thoroughly. 23 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds to be precise. So the trial's tomorrow then. Is everything alright? Oh, yes, I'm just a little confused, that's all. Yesterday's trial was... well, it's left me wondering if I'm really cut out for being a lawyer. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after Mr. McGillicud's trial. Ah yes, I nearly forgot. There's one similarity with yesterday's case. Once again, there is currently no one to advocate for the defense. Oh? If the situation remains unchanged, the trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented. And if that happens, I need not remind you of the inevitable outcome. The most terrible end awaits the defendant. Yes, that's right. Ugh, here we go again. Excuse me. Your time is up. You will have to excuse me. I would advise you to begin making preparations for tomorrow's trial. After all, the clock is ever ticking. There is now but 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds until the court sits. Last time he mentioned the 23 hours, he said there was plenty of time. And one more thing, Mr. Naruhodo. There is something I should like to ask you. Oh, what's that? Yesterday, you remarked upon something that you intend to see through the will of your late compatriot, Mr. Asagi. Yeah? I would be interested to hear what exactly you mean by that. Inside 34 seconds. Oh, well, Kazuma always used to say, you see, that he wanted to learn how the greatest justice system in the world works so he could change ours in Japan. Now that he's gone, I'd like to work towards that myself. And there's another thing. Oh. Another thing? Continue. On the way here, on the steamship, he said something to me. There's something very important I have to do. Something very important? And what exactly would that be? He never had a chance to tell me. I suppose he would have done if he'd ever made it to Great Britain. You're out of time. Well, thank you for an enlightening discussion. Miss Naruhodo, what's this all about? Miss Oski never once mentioned anything of the sort to me. I urge you both to focus your attentions on the matter at hand. Oh, hello. I've taken the liberty of summoning the police inspector in charge of the case. He'll be able to apprise you of the details. How long has he been there? So, I wish you the best of luck, and bid you farewell. Well, he's gone. There's something very important that I have to do. Kazuma-sama, what did you mean? I wish I knew, but honestly, he never told me. Anyway, we had better talk to the detective, don't you think? Yes, you're right. Okay. I hope I'm just imagining it, but I wouldn't say he looks pleased to see us at all. Okay, I gotta think up a voice for him. It's gotta be even more British than possible. Oh god. Okay. Can we trouble you? Alright, let me give it a try. What do you think? Lovely weather, isn't it? What's the weather got to do with anything? Listen to me, you young Japanese upstart. Some flippery about the weather doesn't get every English gent eaten out of your hand, you know? That's terrible, but whatever. But Cesaro-san told me it was foolproof. I'm a busy man. A very busy man. There's a crime scene to investigate, but I'm here having to give the light to you or talking to. Oh, I'm ever so sorry. Can you imagine what the other officers there will be saying? I haven't seen Gregson anywhere, have you? No, he's too busy with the bigwigs these days. Not because some bumpkin who's here on a jaunt from a country I've never even heard of. Hear that ripping sound? That's my reputation at the yard going to tatters. There's no need to rip us apart as well. I don't believe we've been introduced. This is Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a defense lawyer. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, It's lovely weather we're having today, isn't it? Yeah. It is unseasonably fine, I grant you. London winters don't see a lot of sunshine. Unbelievable. How did she pull that off? So, Lord Strongheart has asked me to fill you in on the case. The name's Tobias Gregson. Inspector Gregson to you. I'm from Scotland Yard. Gregson? Inspector Gregson? What's the matter with Suzato-san? Does this detective's name mean something to her? Alright, tell us about yourself. Inspector, are you perhaps the Inspector Gregson? You act like you know this man Suzato, but he's a London detective. Oh, I do know him very well, in fact. Very well? Yes, he features prominently in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Oh, and that publication. What's it called again? Rance Magazine? That's right. Inspector Gregson and Mr. Holmes enjoy a wonderful, friendly rivalry. Really? Oh, no, that's Ryunosuke. Really? You rival the great Mr. Holmes? That's incredible. Well, I don't know about that. Mr. Holmes isn't a professional like myself, of course. But he does come up with the goods from time to time. Mr. Holmes is equally complimentary about you, Inspector, isn't he? You've earned his highest praise. Gregson is the pick of a bad lot of all the Scotland Yarders. Those are his own words. That's his highest praise? Well, Mr. Holmes isn't particularly known for giving compliments, you see. That he is not, and thanks to that magazine, my name's known all over London town now. That's great, isn't it? I have to admit that to start with, I was a little, well, flattered by all the attention. Everyone wanted to shake my hand, and my reputation at the yard went through the roof. Well, that's wonderful. No, it is not! There's nothing more sinister than the man on the street. People are always looking at me now. They're whispering rumors about me under their breath, I'm sure. Rumors? Are you quite sure? He's changed since he started appearing in those stories. The fame's gone to his head. Stuff like that. Gosh, do you really think people are saying such mean-spirited things about you? Like I said, they whisper, so I can't catch exactly what they're saying, but I know what folk are like. Well, I'm sure that's what they're saying. As sure as eggs is eggs. I get the feeling this detective can be very hard work. Oh dear, perhaps a sudden rise to fame does change people. Alright, tell us about the case finally. I don't like my voice for him, but it's the best I got. So, about the case that the Lord Chief Justice mentioned before. Nothing to tell, really. As far as we're concerned at the yard, it couldn't be simpler. Oh dear, that probably means... As far as we're concerned as lawyers, it couldn't be more complicated. And wish you're wrong about that, but I have a nasty feeling you're right. A young woman was walking along the pavement on Briar Road when she was stabbed from behind. Fortunately, it wasn't fatal, but she's still laid up in hospital, unconscious. That's despicable. What sort of coward would attack the poor woman from behind? I suppose you would have finished... Hold on. I suppose you would have finished whoever it was off with a Susato takedown, would you? That's neither here nor there, Mr. Naruhodo. Rest yourself, Inosuke. You've angered her now. Anyway, after something of a whirlwind investigation, the criminal was arrested. He barely had time for a cup of tea after the incident took place, to be honest. So, there must have been something left to the scene that led you directly to the culprit? Or perhaps a reliable witness who recognized the person in question? Let me stop you right there. You're wasting your time on this one. Sorry? There's nothing you can do. There's no way to help the bloke now. Why ever not? Simple. The prosecutor that's been assigned to the trial tomorrow was Lord Baroque Van Zieks. Of course he has been. Who else could it be? No. Sounds like you've heard of him then. Oh yes, we are very familiar with Lord Van Zieks. Believed to be the harbinger of death itself. The Reaper of the Bailey. Tell us about him. What do you know? Lord Baroque Van Zieks, who we faced in court only yesterday. Mr. McGill told us about him before the trial, didn't he? Oh god, I gotta do more... I gotta do more Irish accent. Dang it. When the Van Zieks stands for the prosecution, like all the accused as sacrificial lambs. And in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. This Reaper of the Bailey nickname, I suppose he's earned that because every defendant he advocates against is found guilty, is that it? Well, if that's the case, we should inform you, Inspector, that in yesterday's trial against Lord Van Zieks, Mr. Naruhodo secured a verdict of not guilty. And what of it? Oh, well, I think that means that even against the Reaper of the Bailey, it's not impossible to save the defendant. No, you really don't have a clue, do you? What do you mean? What happened to that bloke in the end, eh? He's dead. Magnus McGildy came a cropper in the omnibus when it went up in flames. You can't rightly say you saved the defendant, can you? But what are you saying? Look, if Van Zieks could get the dirt to stick on everyone, he'd be a miracle worker. But that's not how it goes. He doesn't work in miracles. He works magic. Black magic. I'd have a good long think about that, if I were you. Are we really supposed to believe that? Right, well, I filled you in as requested, and I'm very nearly out of chips. So I'll be heading back to the crime scene now, also carrying out a few investigations there. It was Briar Road, you said, didn't you? Where the incident took place? That's correct, ma'am. And if you head over to the holding cells, you can meet the criminal himself. You've branded him a criminal already? He's as good as. Chicken like a leaf in his cell he is. He'll give you a chuckle if nothing else. He's inmate 53. Speak to the jailer and he'll show you the way. Inmate 53. Thank you. Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see if he's a criminal or not. Guilty no, sorry. Innocent until proven guilty. That's the way it works. Of course, these days, some people are trying to do the opposite. But that's neither here nor there, now is it? Anyways, so there's no helping anyone against the Reaper of the Bailey, they say. Is something troubling you, Mr. Naruhodo? To tell the truth, when I recall the trial yesterday, I can't stop myself from shaking. The idea of facing the Reaper in court again is... Well, if you think it's too much for you, there's no shame in turning the case down. That takes courage too. But if the man they've arrested is innocent, you could well imagine he would be shaking like a leaf in his cell. And I, for one, wouldn't find the sight of that funny. So, if I'm honest, I'm still reeling from the shock of yesterday's events myself. And I'm really not sure if I'll be able to help this man, whoever he is. But I'd like to try. So I think I'm going to make some inquiries. Will you help? Didn't you really think you had to ask? Good old Susato. After all, I am your judicial assistant. Thank you. So then, shall we? Yes, let's go. Yeah, well, alright, so I think we should go to the prison first. Let's at least meet the defendant. So these are British prison cells. Oh, they're ghastly. It feels just like a dungeon. Yes, and having experienced it in Japan myself, I can assure you that our wooden cells feel a lot cozier than these cold stone walls. Oh, don't, Mr. Naruhodo. You're making it seem worse. Apparently, our client is in this cell here. It's so dark at the back there, I can't make him out. I wonder what he's like. Okay, I've seen what this guy looks like. I don't know what kind of a voice I should do for him. Inmate 53, your legal representative is here to see you. Stop hiding at the back of the cell and show your face at once. Am I a cat? Is that with no name? Calling me by a number. It's utterly, unbelievably, unjustly, unreasonable. I refuse to answer. Miss Naruhodo, what do you think is going on here? I have no idea, but I wasn't just hearing things, was I? That tyrant of complaints was in Japanese. Yeah, I'm trying to think of... Okay, let me try something. I kind of did it. I want to try again. It's gonna... Shh! Quiet! They're around, hiding. I know they are. They're watching, listening, even now. I can sense it. Are you just now noticing us? Right. So, could I ask you who's like? There you are. You've come to curse me, haven't you? Don't try to hide it. You're a ghost. A ghost? Okay, he's a little off his rocker. We mean you no harm, prisoner-san. Are you Japanese by any chance? This is beyond my wildest dreams. Okay, I can't even do a voice for him. What? Okay. All right, let me try something else. Well, this probably won't be something else. Oh, forgive me for that outburst before. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's fine. We were just a little surprised, that's all. Imagine it! It's been 12 long months since I've left my hometown, and here I am in a frightful fit in a foreign land. So hearing the sweet, sentimental tones of a compatriot's voice here in this damp, dark hellhole was a monumentally moving moment. Eccentric is what I'll go for. Who would have guessed that this new client Lord Strongheart assigned to us? I'm probably going to have to turn down, do some audio adjustment just for him. Would turn out to be a fellow Japanese. What compassion my fellow countrymen show! To dispatch a first-class lawyer all the way from Japan to defend a mere foreign student! Noble, nurturing, never failing, Nippon! A first-class lawyer? Oh dear, I think there's been something of a misunderstanding here. I wonder, would you be so kind as to tell us what's happened? When you've been detained as a suspect, for example. Yes, I can, I will! Set, stay, sullen, silent! Okay, you know what? I think my voice actually kind of works for him. I'm not quite sure I understand what he means, but he seems happy. Yes, he does. I just hope he actually has a good reason to be. Thank you for your cooperation. I am a lawyer, as you said. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. And I am Naruhodo-san's judicial assistant, Susato Mikotoba. I am a visiting student sent here by our government. Notably, notoriously named Natsume. So, I'm gonna have to look up how to actually say that, but for now it's Soseki Natsume. I'm pretty sure I have the last name of that correct, but the first name I'm probably wrong. Can't present anything? Or I can actually present my armband. Might as well. Here's my attorney's badge. A certain tradition. Yes, the symbol of one of our great empire's first-rate lawyers. Which means, of course, you'll stand by my side. You'll defend me. Oh, no, sorry, that wasn't why I was showing it to you. Then why else would you show me that? Oops. In hindsight, that probably wasn't the best idea. That's pretty good. Okay, tell us about yourself. Soseki Natsume-san? What an unusual name. Call me Soseki, please. I'm a poet, you see. A writer of haiku. It's something of a nom de plume. A nom de plume? You mean an alias? That's right, Mr. Naruhodo-san. No! Don't be so prosaic. It's much more refined than that. And haiku? That really reminds me of home. Did I hear you say that you were a visiting student sent over here by the government? Yes, that's right. A year ago, I was told to go and study English. First, I had to suffer that misery, and now this! It's beyond the pale! Suffer that misery? Did you not want to study here? No, I mean, I've had an interest in Great Britain for some years, of course. Oh, but just because the government tells you to do something doesn't mean you can do it? No! What do you mean? If they told me to study English literature, that I could have understood. That's my field. But no, they told me to study the English language. Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly, unreasonable. I like this guy. I see. Only the other day, I was told to send a report by my first year here. I tendered a blank piece of paper. Wise, words, on white, washy! You must be a man of great standing. Oh yes! So I'm often told. And often like to be told, it seems. Oh, that's about it. Okay. So, tell us what happened. Could you perhaps tell us exactly why you've been arrested, Soseki-san? I didn't do it! I didn't commit that atrocious murder! It's not a murder. But, you know. Murder? Oh, no, it's alright. The woman didn't actually die, did she? But she was stabbed with a knife! Right before my eyes! Before your eyes? You mean you saw the attacker? I didn't see anyone. What? If I'd seen the person who did it, do you think I'd be locked up in here? Oh dear, it seems this case is becoming rather complicated. Why me? Why me? Why did that silly woman have to be stabbed in front of me? Oh yeah, because you're the victim here. Well, I mean, you are, but you know. It's the curse of London! It's incredibly, inexcusably, irritatingly inconvenient! So Saseki-san was there at the scene, but he didn't see the attacker. It's vital that we find out more about the case. Okay, is there anything else you can tell us? It was an accursed evening, just after the snow had started to clear and heavy with fog. I'd been to the bookshop to buy some books, and I was on my way back to my accursed lodgings. Sure the bookshop wasn't accursed too? As I was walking along that accursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman, wearing a green overcoat she was, and just as I went to overtake her, she suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold, hard slabs of stone at my feet. How terrible. I called out to the woman, but she didn't move. It was like a ghostly, ghoulish, grim graveyard. As opposed to the graveyards that aren't that. Slight exaggeration there, perhaps? I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran, as fast as my legs would carry me back to my accursed lodgings. That's not good. Yeah, I see why they might accuse you of doing that. They'll say it was shameful, I know, to run away like that. Tell me, Saseki-san, was the victim an acquaintance of yours? Don't be ridiculous. Do you think I know any of these fair-haired English? And a young woman at that? Hold on, I gotta take a drink of that. Oh, my throat is not liking this voice, but whatever, we were doing it anyway. I'm diffident, shy, timid, unsure. I can't talk to people. I see. A young woman, unknown to Saseki-san. And at the time it happened, who else did you see nearby? Did anybody pass you? Incredibly, apart from myself and the woman, I didn't see a soul. No one? Oh, great. So the victim was unknown to you, and there was nobody else on the street at the time. That creates something of a conundrum, doesn't it? What conundrum? It means there's no one else who could have possibly stabbed her. That's what it creates. That's a problem. What do you mean, Suzaru-san? What's the conundrum? Well, if what Saseki-san has just told us is true, there's something I can't explain. He says he didn't know the victim, and that there was no one else at the scene. Then he apparently fled without having been seen. I did. But if that's the case, surely this man has to be the culprit? Ah! What did you just say? Nothing! I didn't say anything! Oops, perhaps I thought that a little loudly. Actually, that's not what was troubling me. What I was thinking was, how did Saseki-san actually come to be arrested? Sorry? He didn't touch the victim, and there was nobody at the scene to see him, so how did the police ever discover that he was there in the first place? Oh yes, she's right. It was him! That accursed great detective! Excuse me. He led the police to me! Of all the bad luck! Oh my god, my throat hates this voice, but whatever. Accursed great detective? Could it be... I shall never forget that man's name as long as I live! With his haughty laugh and his self-proclaimed greatness. Ugh, big-headed, busybody, begone! Of course. May you be cursed until the end of your days, Sherlock Holmes! I knew it! I mean, who else could it be? Mr. Holmes? Well, I didn't expect to hear that name from this man's lips, that's for sure. It was the morning after that nightmare had unfolded on the pavement before me. I was gnawing on a sliver of hard cheese when some men suddenly burst in through the door. They started shouting at me. This is the police. Put the weapon down. Yes, there was a thin sliver, and yes, it was hard, but I wasn't eating a weapon. Disgusting, dietary, discrimination, devils! You clearly had a trying morning yesterday. And there he was, in the middle of all the policemen, grinning like a Cheshire cat. That Sherlock Holmes. It's actually just Sherlock Holmes. He's English. I've since found out that he's a famous name in detection here in London. Yes, the great detective is really very well known. And his overly sharp mind managed to deduce my whereabouts, apparently. He thinks I'm the knife-wielding madman. Me, this weak, stooped kitten of a man? I wonder what great deduction process led him to his conclusion this time. Do you mean to say that Mr. Holmes' deduction was the only reason the police arrested you? That would be really most unreasonable. Well, the thing is, I was thrown into a panic when they barged their way in. Of course you were, that's only natural. I was terrified and trembling, and they kept throwing question after question at me, in impossible English. Fiendish, forward, flim-flammery. Well, we are in England, you can't really blame them for questioning you in English. Good point, but my mind went blank. I knew I had to answer, but I didn't know what to say. I just kept repeating things like, yes I do, and I'm fine. Next thing I knew, I was in manacles, and before I knew it, I was thrown in here. Oh dear, I'm afraid that's hardly surprising. I'm fine? He's not fine now. So, he's had the worst day. Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire? Oh, you can just call me Naruhodo. And when we're speaking English, a simple Mr. is more than enough. Oh yes, alright, yes, they've really got to me. This country is poisoning my mind. But please, I beg you to defend me in court tomorrow. You can tell them what really happened. You'll do it, won't you? Well, Why? Why? Why is it so hard to say yes to me? Well, the thing is, I'm just a student like yourself, on a study tour. A student? I have defended a case in the Old Bailey. Only the one, though. But at this moment in time, I really don't know what I'm supposed to believe in. I'm confused about what justice in this country even means. Oh, Naruhodo-san. I'm not even the foreign student who is supposed to be here. I'm a sort of locum lawyer, I suppose. I'm gonna have to look up what that word is. I guess it's like... substitute, I guess? But that armband! That's the mark of the defense lawyer from our great empire! It's a keepsake from the man who should have been here. He was my best friend. A keepsake? I know exactly what they're saying about me. Oh, who do you mean? The lawyers. All the British defense lawyers. They won't defend me. Goodness, why do you say that? For the same reason as you know before. When it happened, there was only the victim and myself around, and I ran away from the scene of the crime. I'm not a fool. I know it looks as though I must be the culprit. It must be very hard for you, Suzuki-san. And anyway, I'm a student from overseas. I'm just a foreign nobody to them. Someone not to be trusted. Good old-fashioned racism, then. Gotcha. I heard them openly laughing about me before. In my earshot, without any compunction at all. Any trial for this man would be a waste of time, they said. And, of course, the foreigner did it. They even had the gall to say, the man doesn't understand half of what's being said anyway. That's awful. They're wrong. I've studied more English than half of the policemen out there on the streets. I've traveled halfway around the world to learn about these people's country and its great history. But no one here wants to listen to a man with a strange accent. They all hate me. So, at the very least, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who can listen to me in my native tongue. You could do it, couldn't you? When I look into your eyes, I can see it. I can see what you've been through. Suzuki-san, it's just that... give me a little time, please? I'll do what I can for the time being. What do you mean? We shall investigate the case as thoroughly as possible. If we can find some clues, it will give us a much better chance, I'm sure. Oh, yes, thank you. I'll be here, all alone, waiting for you. Welcome to Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire. We should be going then, Naruhodo-san. We have a case to prepare for. Alright, well, we'll be seeing ya.